and of this live stream. And after I finished the live stream, it uploaded, I watched it, and there was no audio for the entire live stream. I was like, oh my goodness. So then I had to do it again. That's okay, I got double the workout that day. So it is all good. Anyhow, I did not wake up and run this morning. I was up at 5:30. My puppy, I don't know if you've seen her, she is on our YouTube channel. She's an English Bulldog puppy. Woke me up at 5:30. She was hungry, right? Had to let her out, feed her. But after this live stream, I scheduled a CrossFit class. So I'm like, I'll just skip the run today. I've ran every day this week. I'll skip the run. I'll do this walk with you guys, and then I'll go to the CrossFit gym. So yeah, it's leg day, which is my favorite, right? Squats, all that sort of stuff. So, I gotta try to lift everything up, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I love leg day. I think most women love leg day. So yeah, it's what we really need. Hi, how are you? Thank you for joining. So does anyone have any big plans for this weekend? I would love to hear it. If so, let's see. No real big plans over here. Just, like I mentioned, I'm going to the CrossFit gym after I walk with you guys. And nothing for tonight, really. Tomorrow, my husband and I are doing date night. We hired a babysitter it's our anniversary next week. So we do an international trip every year for our anniversary. This year we'll be going to Japan and South Korea in November. So that'll be our anniversary trip. But we always like to at least go out to dinner, for our anniversary. But the rule is no presents, because I would rather take a trip, So, yeah, anyhow. But we always at least do dinner and, have like a nice date night. So, yeah. Other than that, not much. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any. Oh, well, tomorrow, I'll be here tomorrow too. But I wake up at 6:30. I go to the CrossFit gym. There is a class. It's called High Rocks. I absolutely love it. It's like endurance filled. It's a 90-minute class. So I usually do that in the morning on Saturday. Then I'll be here with you guys, right? Walking. Are you going to be here too? You're going to be here with me walking. I hope so. So let's do a check-in. So since we've started this 30-day challenge, have you noticed any improvements? Maybe in your balance, stamina? Do you feel like your endurance is getting a little better? I feel like my posture is definitely improved. Oh, and I've mentioned this earlier this week. So as you know, I'm a runner. I haven't been doing any like speed work per se, but I was able to shave off 2 minutes of my 5-mile time, which doesn't seem like a lot, but literally I've had the same time for a long time, and I've been able to shave off 2 minutes, and I contribute that to wearing this weighted vest. So again, this is a 20-pound weighted vest. This is what I've been doing the challenge in. It's like the big fitness craze right now. All of like the fitness gurus, personal trainers. Hi. Oh my goodness. You know what? I hear that all the time. How are you, Brain? How long were you in the Army? Yeah, I've had friends who, you're right, they're like, I've had friends in their 30s that needed knee replacements because of the military. I got 21 years. Wow, thank you for your service, sir. Wow, that is incredible. Yeah, I have had, there was a friend, she was like in her early 30s, maybe even late 20s, young. And she blew out her knee. She had to have knee replacements. And she, when I was talking to her about it, she said because she had to like run in boots or something. Like, I don't even think it's like proper shoes. You would know better than I do, Brain. Did you have to run in boots too? Um, I don't know if she was Army or Marines. It was one of them. But yeah, she said I guess she had to like run in boots. So, I don't know. Yeah, that's terrible, right? Did you have knee replacements or no? Or are you just kind of living with the pain? Yeah, you would think that the military would give people like better, like at least good shoes, right? Like running in boots, that's terrible. And it's the military boots. So that's like legit boots. It's not even, you know. Wow, yeah. So yeah, how is everyone doing though? It is beautiful here today. I am in Colorado at 7,000 feet altitude. Yes. Okay, yes. Okay, so physical, but even the emotional pain too. There's a lot of vets with PTSD. Yeah, so after grad school, I did my residency at the Las Vegas VA. That's what moved me to Las Vegas from Florida. And, I did ortho, so it was all inpatient. I worked with patients in the ICU, ortho, like after having surgery. But yeah, a lot of the vets the veterans would talk about PTSD, and yeah, so it is. Oh my goodness. Brain, we need to do a daily check-in. But no, it's real. It really is real. And I tell you what, my time at the Las Vegas VA, I absolutely loved it. Like just hearing their stories, right? And it was just wonderful. Brain, when were you enlisted? And where were you stationed? Were you stationed in the U.S.? Did you ever go outside of the U.S.? I know my sister's husband, his father was in the Army, and he was actually born in Germany because his parents were stationed there. So that's pretty cool. And my dad was in the Navy, and he actually got accepted into Ohio State University and was going to go there. And then, at the end of his senior year, uh, these recruiters came to his high school and they were like, "Do you want to travel the world for free?" And my dad said, "Yeah," and enlisted in the Navy. But he did. He went to Italy, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, so I'm like, okay, so, and I heard that that's how they get a lot of people. They're like, "Oh, do you want to travel and see the world?" And, and people are like, yeah, especially you get a kid that's like in high school. Yeah, I want to travel the world, right? Who doesn't? Especially on someone else's dollar and you're getting paid. So these recruiters know what to say, right? Oh my goodness. Okay, so Baltimore VA. Let me see. What? Oh, oh my goodness. Holy cow. You know what that reminds me of? Have you ever seen the movie The Departed? It had, oh gosh, oh, what's that guy's name? Leonardo DiCaprio, and he was, I believe he was a police officer though, right? But you remember he was going to that mental health therapist, and then like started having a relationship with her. So that totally reminds me of that movie. Yeah. I bet. Yeah. So, but there's a huge price that people pay to join the military. It's like you said, they have bad knees. Did you have to run? Were you running in boots or? So you have seen The Departed. That is such a good movie. Oh my gosh. Wow. And at the end, wow. I love movies like that kind of take you on this journey and then kind of flip it at the end to like keep you guessing. I love it. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you said something. Some people might not have no boots. Okay. I'm glad you said something though, that she was trying to come on to you. Not too many people would do that. That was very brave of you. Some people are afraid to say something because, they don't want to stir the pot or have anyone be mad at them. So good for you for being brave enough to say something. Yeah. So maybe my friend was in the Marines then. I don't know. She said she ran in boots. So I don't know. So. Holy cow! So you were probably one of many. Wow. Well, was she good looking? I mean, not that it matters, but you know what I mean? Like, oh goodness. Maybe she had a thing for a man in uniform, right? There's lots of women who like men in a uniform, whether it be police officer, military, right, firefighter. Women seem to love men that wear uniforms, right? So maybe she was one of those. And let me turn around. Maybe she was one of those, and she went into that line of like, to work with the veterans. Like maybe she had an ulterior motive. What do you think? She could have, right? Enjoyed, you know. Oh my goodness. So was this kind of recent then? Wow. Huh. You just never know. You never know. I bet you she had a thing for men in uniform. Seriously, I bet she did. And that's probably even why it was last September. Wow. So now, are you with someone new now? Like you got a good therapist this time? You know what? Okay, so after this all went down and she was busted, did they did they ask you, hey, did she ever mention bop bop, or, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. I know. That's what I say all the time. I had a lot of fun in my early 20s. My college years were a lot of fun. You know what I mean? So now I'm like, well, I had a lot of fun, you know? Yeah. But when this all went down and she got busted for having that affair, did they kind of ask the rest of her patients? Like, I'm curious if they came to you to ask you if you ever, experienced whatever with her. That would be interesting to know. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. I know. God, she's literally probably at the beginning of her career, right? Like, I'm sure she at least had a master's, if not a PhD. And if she was that young, she was probably just out of college. You know what I mean? Like, just out of grad school. Yeah, it's a shame. People just, I don't know. They don't think about the consequences, right, of their actions. But I feel like that's like as we get older, we do get wiser, right? Like I know that's a saying, older and wiser, but like it's true. Like the older we get, the wiser we get to, okay, well, that probably isn't a good idea, or that would probably ruin my life, or that would ruin my career, right? When we're younger, we're like, oh, right? We're like, we think we're invincible, right? Like nothing can happen to us. So I think she was probably at that phase. Yeah. Well, oh yeah. Hey, Park and Sip, happy Friday. So I take it I saw that you were at the dinner last night. So I guess the tsunami, you were okay, right? Down in SoCal. Did you guys hear about that? The earthquake that happened, like what, 8.8, right? And then the whole West Coast, right, they were like talking about a tsunami. Hi, Mom. So yeah, it's, all of these natural disasters going on. It's crazy. How is everyone doing? Happy Friday. This is day 17 of a 30-day challenge of me walking with you wearing this 20-pound weighted vest. So thank you for joining me on this journey. Oh, cool. I love Palm Springs. Wow, just like the greatest vibe ever. But man, it's got to be hot AF there, right? Woo! What is it, like in the hundreds down in Palm Springs right now? Because it's all the desert. Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that LA didn't get hit with that tsunami. Good. I've been sending all the good vibes to you. Stupid hot, exactly. Palm Springs in the summer. Woo! Hot. Hot, hot. At least you don't have the humidity. It's just hot. It's hot and dry. But that dinner looked amazing. The live music, I love that. So awesome. Do you have anything fun anyone have anything fun going on this weekend? Any big plans? Park and Sip, are you in Palm Springs for the rest of the weekend? No, Owen. No, I have not. The Book of Mormon? No. Are you talking, is that like, is that an actual like novel, or do you mean like the Bible, like the Mormons' Bible? Oh my goodness, happy birthday, Pops. Wow. Sweet. So okay. Yeah, I have not read the Book of Mormon. Wow. So are you guys going to do that, Brain? Yes, at Park and Sip. So you guys were out to dinner last night for his birthday? And does your dad live down in Palm Springs, or did you do like a family trip specifically for his birthday? Oh, not this weekend? Okay. How far is that drive from, because Virginia, depending on where you're at, isn't super far from New York, right? How far are you? Good, you took a road trip. Yes. Hi, Ellie. Yes, yes, I remember you. Oh, 3 to 4 hours? That's not bad. Yeah. But are you guys going to spend the night? Because that's kind of far, a 6 to 8 hour drive for pizza in one day. But if you spend the night, right, you drive from Virginia to New York, you have pizza, and then you have like a fun date night. My favorite color is pink, if you couldn't tell. I love pink. And here's a fun fact for you. Okay, bye, Ollie. Thank you for stopping by. Here's a fun fact for you. Pink used to be a masculine color, and baby blue was actually a feminine color. But somewhere that got switched, right? So, but no, pink is my favorite color, regardless if people think it's masculine or feminine. I like it because it's my favorite color. But I love when men wear pink. Yes, yes, yes. So, if you are a guy and you've ever wanted to wear pink, go for it. And if you don't believe me, look it up. Pink used to be considered a masculine color. So if you are feeling like, you know what, I really like that shirt, but it's pink, get it. Wear it. It is, it could be a masculine color because it used to be considered that. Yep. Awesome. Yes. Fuchsia. Yes. I love it. Any variation of pink. Hot pink, fuchsia, light pink, dark pink. I mean, as you can see, I'm like pink, 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 pink. I love it. My lips are pink. Yeah. All right, park and sip. Hey, have fun. Tell Pops I said happy birthday, okay? Yeah, so park and sip. If you have not checked out his channel, I have his a link in the description below. He has some awesome content. He was just at the Vans Warped Tour down in SoCal, and he posted a lot of fun stuff for us. Do I like sports? Yes, I do. Yes. I okay, so in terms of sports, watching sports, not really. Okay. But I'm very athletic. I've done 4. Guys there, give me a thumbs up. YouTube every now and then kind of makes us reconnect. So, can you guys all see me, hear me? It's all good? Okay. So, I've done 4 full distance Ironman. I've probably done like, I don't know, 10 to 15 half distance Ironman. And yeah, so I am sporty, but in terms of sitting and watching a sport, I'll watch it live. Basketball games, love it. Soccer, love it. Football, love it. Hockey, love it. But to sit in front of a TV and watch a game, that is not my type of swag, if you know what I mean. No, I have not. And shame on me, brain, because I lived in Vegas. I did my residency there at the Las Vegas VA. So I never went to a boxing match. I need to though. And there's no excuse. I literally lived in Vegas. So no, I need to. Yeah. Yeah, I bet I would really enjoy boxing. You know what I have watched is like that, you know that cage fighting stuff? It's like not the WWE or whatever. It's the other. It's like the real people fighting. What is that called? Oh gosh, I forget it. You're going to Vegas. Awesome. When is your anniversary? Congrats. Yeah, okay, so yeah, not WWE, but you know, like the people, like the fighters, martial art, I don't know what, you know, like they get in the ring, but it's like UFC, yes, UFC fighting. That's the real stuff. Yeah, yes. I mean, boxing's real too, but the WWE, I mean, you know, it's it's real and it's kind of fabricated, the WWE. But the UFC, yes. You almost had it. Yeah. Kung Fu. You know what though? Those UFC fighters, they train in all of that. Karate, Kung Fu, boxing, right? It's like it's all those martial arts. Yeah. Like they usually train in all of that. So Ali, you were definitely on the right path for sure. Oh, you're not a fan of UFC. So I've watched the UFC matches. Not that I would watch them all the time, but I remember just like, you know, living in Vegas and you'd be somewhere and there'd be, you know, if you're at, you know, it'd be like showing like on the TV or whatever. So I would be like, holy crap, like these dudes and females, right? Because females do it too. They get messed up. I mean, at the end of a match, their face looks like I don't know, that they put their face in like a container or something that had bees and wasp and all of that, right? Their faces are swollen, bleeding. Oh my goodness. And you beat them up. That's so funny. Do you work out, Brain? Do you work out at like a boxing gym? Is that what you're referring to? All right, Ali, what's your deal? Let's make a deal, right? Isn't that a TV game show? Is that game show even on anymore? Let's make a deal. You box, okay. You know, I have seen, you know, these boxing gyms are kind of popping up everywhere. And I've thought about it, you know, like how good it must feel to go into one of those gyms and just kind of, you know, punch, right? You know, sometimes, especially if you're, you know, a little bit mad about something, maybe if you had a bad day or I don't know, right? Maybe it's just me. I'm like, you know, that would be a really good way to let out negative energy, right? By boxing. Oh, okay. Do you have any favorites? All right, Ali. What what are you talking about? So anyways, yeah, you know, I haven't done it though. I have not went to one of those boxing gyms. But you know, like in California in our little downtown area, we had one of those boxing gyms and sometimes I would drive through and you would see people in there punching someone, you know, probably a trainer that's holding up, you know, gloves or whatever. And I'm like, gosh, that looks like a really good way to just release some negative energy. So, Squid Games. What's the Squid Games? Is that like um a computer game? Squid Games? I don't know what that is. You'll have to school me. Oh, okay. So in other words, okay, you know what's so funny about that? The CrossFit gym I go to smells like that. It smells like it probably hasn't been cleaned. I hope to God it's been cleaned. So maybe that means it's a good CrossFit gym. That's so funny that you said that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wait. So Squid Games, you can play and win money? Oh wow. I gotta check. Well, I'm not really good at games though. That's the problem. Okay? Even like when I was like younger, right? Like the I don't know, what was it? PlayStation, right? Was it PlayStation or Nintendo 64, right? They like I used to love playing the Mario Karts. All right, I was always the princess. I always wanted to be the princess. I sucked at it. If there was a banana peel on the road, I would slip on it, spin, and then end off on the side of the road. So I've never been good at video games. So I probably wouldn't win any money. Oh my gosh. So anyway, yeah. Okay, so I'm sure the boxing gyms that I saw in my downtown area, um, in California, that was a very nice looking gym. I bet it did not smell I didn't go inside, but from the outside it looked like it probably smelled like new gym equipment, if you know what I mean. So that means if your theory is correct, and I believe you, that means it was probably a terrible boxing gym. So I'm glad I never wasted the money to go there. Okay, I will research a little bit on the Squid Games. Like I said, I've never heard of it. Um, I'm not good at games, but I'll at least research it and see what I find. And how do you win money on it, though? Is it like a lot of betting, I guess? Has anyone played Squid Games on... Wait, is it on the computer? Or what game is it on? Like, what gaming system? I don't even know what the gaming systems are these days. I know my 4.5-year-old wants the, what's it called? The Nintendo Switch. Only because he wants to play Mario Karts, right? He saw an ad for Mario Karts. And my son loves cars. So he really wants the Nintendo Switch so he can play Mario Karts. And I'm like, if we get the Nintendo Switch, I'm playing Mario Karts with you. That was like my favorite game from like on a gaming system. In terms of like old arcade games, I love Pac-Man. I wasn't good at that either, right? I sucked at Pac-Man. I still enjoyed playing it. Oh, that makes sense, brain. Yeah. Okay. So I guess with me being a newbie, if I decide to do the boxing again, go to I'll definitely go to one of the nice looking gyms, so then I won't feel like such a loser. Right? Okay, so it's a TV show. Okay. Well, how do I win? It's a TV. Is it a TV game show? Like, how would I win money in Squid Games? I don't know. Do. I tell you, it is beautiful here today. Here, let me see. It is, let me check the temperature here. Let me, um, It is, okay, 70 degrees, but there's a cool breeze. It is amazing. The sun is out. Oh, it just feels so good. And it was so hot here for like a week. It was like 90 some degrees. And we're at 7,000 feet altitude. So if you're in the sun, it feels much, much hotter than, so like if it's 70 degrees and you're in the shade, you're like, oh, okay, this feels like 70 degrees. But if it's 70 degrees and you're in the sun, it might be like, okay, it feels like it's like 85 because the sun is just so hot. I don't know. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was, my husband bought it. I don't know. Yeah. Ali wanted to know how much my Apple Watch was. I don't know. Plus, I've had it for several years. I actually think it's almost time for a new one because it's kind of like acting up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like with all Apple products, after a little bit, they just start to act up. So it's like, okay, I guess I gotta buy a new Apple product, right? Because it's messing up. Whenever they bring out like a new iPhone, whose iPhone starts going wonky, right? And it's like, oh gosh, now I gotta buy a new iPhone. But I love Apple products, right? We all do. Oh wow. But you said it's a TV show. Oh, so you mean people can get on the TV show and win money? I'll have to look it up. I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar. I'll look it up though. Yeah. Yeah. Ali, what's your favorite color? I told you guys my favorite color is pink, right? And Ali, where did you say you're located? I think you told me last week. But I don't remember. I get so many people from all over that I kind of get it twisted sometimes. Hmm. Right? What's DK? Is that where you're located? Is that an acronym for something or it's oh, you're in Pakistan. Oh, I gotta tell you. So, I had a patient who was from Pakistan. Oh my goodness. So she was an adult, but she wasn't that old. She was one of my younger patients. So her mom, and I tell you, her family brought me in as their family. They were so wonderful. But her mom used to cook me food. OMG, delicious. So I've moved now, and I can no longer, I no longer have her cooking her food for me, but I've got recipes, and I don't make it as good as she does. But there was this dish. It had cauliflower and like tomato paste, and but there's this whole system that you do. You saute onions and add spices and all that. Then you add some tomato paste. Wow, so good. Aww. All right, bye. Anyone have big plans for this weekend? Birani, yes, yes, the rice dish. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Wild, nice to see you again. How are you? Yeah. How is your Friday? Is it off to a good start? Do you have anything wild and crazy planned for this weekend? Yes, naan. Yes, I love naan. So see, I'm vegan. So I don't eat that much American food at all because, as everyone knows, American food is a lot of meat and potatoes and that sort of thing. So most of my food that I eat is ethnic, Indian, Afghan, Pakistan, So a lot of the food that I eat, even Ethiopian food, love Ethiopian food. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Wild. So what are your plans this weekend? Other than walking with me today, do you have anything wild planned this weekend? Or are you going out of town? What do you got going on? I'd love to hear it. I tell you, I really could not have asked for a better day. It's it's like cool and crisp. It's 70 degrees, but you've got like there's like very low humidity. It just feels amazing. Like I said, 70 degrees, a cool breeze, the sun's out. You really like cannot ask for much more, right? Wild, are you still with me? You kind of went quiet. Oh, okay, okay. Yes, are you walking with me right now? Or are you running? I have fam stuff planned too for the weekend, yeah. Yep. Once you get, a little bit older and you start a family, it seems like the wild weekends are like far and in between, if you know what I mean. Back in our younger days, 20s, college days, right? Probably every weekend was a wild and crazy weekend. But then, like, you get married, you start a family, then it's like, well, your wild weekends become like hitting up Costco, right? And buying too much stuff that you didn't need. Anyone else with me? Oh, goodness gracious. Like, I saw this meme. I don't know if it was on TikTok or whatever, but it was talking about like the difference between clubbing in your 20s versus clubbing in your 40s. And it was like a person like in a nightclub, right, dancing in a bar for the 20s, and then like clubbing in your 40s is like hitting up Costco or Sam's Club, right? That's a wild weekend. So I hear you though. You gotta have family time. You know what I mean? Gotta have family time. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the rose. I love that. Wild, where are you? Like, what state are you in? I don't think you've ever mentioned that. What state are you at right now? Just curious what the weather's like. I know here it's beautiful. Sunny, crisp. I love it. It's like 70 degrees. Las Vegas, no way. Did you know I lived in Las Vegas? I did my residency at the Las Vegas VA. So in 2019, I moved from Las Vegas to California. And then Memorial Weekend, I moved here to Colorado from California. So yeah, yes, I was a Vegas local. Hello. People can say what they want about Vegas, right? I loved living there. The food is amazing. And you can literally go out any other night of the week and find something to do. Like, say you have a Tuesday night off, right? And guess what? You can go see a great show. I mean, you can do anything. Concerts, you name it. Like, that's the one thing I loved about Vegas. And what people don't realize if you don't live there in Las Vegas is there's so much to do off the strip. You know, even like you can go skiing, you know, leave the Vegas strip, drive for like 20, 30 minutes and you can ski. Now the skiing isn't great, or you can drive 2 hours and get into Utah and ski. Go to Zion, right? Oh my goodness. I loved living in Las Vegas. You know, it's not for everyone though. When I first moved to Las Vegas, it was funny, a speech therapist who worked at the VA with me, he told me, he was like, you know, the two people who won't make it in Las Vegas are alcoholics and people with gambling addictions. He was like, as long as you're neither one of those, he's like, you'll do just fine here. And that was true. And you know what? I really believe that's true. So as long as, you know, you don't have that gambling addiction or alcohol addiction, because it is Sin City. If you want it to be Sin City, like, it is Sin City. So as long as, oh, wait, how far is Lake Tahoe? So, okay, so I lived in the Bay Area. When I moved away from Las Vegas, I moved to the Bay Area, and it was like, well, depending on traffic, right? It could be like a 4 to 6 hour drive to South Lake Tahoe. So, how far of a drive is that from Las Vegas? I actually never drove from Vegas. Like, I would go to Mammoth, right? I would go to Mammoth, Utah, stuff like that, but I never went to Lake Tahoe. 8 hours, okay. I hear you. Yes, yes, yes. So there are things I'll spend money on, like travel. I love to travel. I love new experiences. But now, granted, I'm not bougie when I travel. You know, like, I don't fly first class. I don't, you know what I mean? That's a waste of money. Everyone on that airplane is going to get there at the same time. Just because you're sitting in first class, that only means your seat's a little more comfortable than mine. That's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I will save that couple $1,000s and use it toward another trip. You know, like, I don't travel bougie. I like staying with the locals. So, like, when I travel internationally, I like immersing myself in the native culture. I don't want to stay in a Hyatt or whatever. So I'll usually rent like Airbnbs and stay where the locals stay. You get to go to the coffee shops and have coffee with the locals, right? And I don't like being in the tourist areas at all. So, because I really like to get a good feel. So yeah, that is awesome. You know, I would move back to Las Vegas in a heartbeat. I loved it. You know, when you're so close to LA, like, you could go do like a short fun weekend in LA driving. And I heard they're going to start that train soon, right? That train that goes from Vegas to LA. I mean, I know they've been talking about it for a while now. But I'm like, goodness gracious, when that train is built and, you know, is operating, wow, I see the real estate in Vegas skyrocketing, right? Yeah. So Vegas is such a fun city. I don't know. I love it. You know, it's not for everybody, I guess. You know, but I loved living there. I don't know. Everyone has their own experience, right? So, yeah, there's just, like I said, so much to do there, and the restaurants are so good. Oh my goodness. Like, I never ate at a bad restaurant in Las Vegas. Never. And I'm even talking off the strip. You know, I rarely went to the strip when I lived in Vegas. So it's like there are amazing restaurants everywhere in Las Vegas. There's a really good Ethiopian restaurant that I went to, and it's off the strip, you know. It's Lucy's. So if anyone's in Vegas, Lucy's Ethiopian. Oh God, it's so good. So good. I actually have a therapist that I work with here in Colorado. He is heading to Vegas for a few days, and I told him, I'm like, go to Lucy's. He's never had Ethiopian food, but I'm like, well, it's really good. Go check it out. So yeah. So if anyone's headed to Vegas, check out Lucy's off the strip. It's amazing. The food is so good. So yeah. How is the weather where everyone's at? Is it still hot? I know we were like in a serious heat wave. I don't know, for like, it felt like forever, right? There's like a serious heat wave going on. I feel like hopefully we're out of it by now. But we just had several days of rain. So I think all this rain brought the cooler temperatures. But yeah. I'll take it. I think when I was younger, well, especially living in Florida, I love for it to be hot and just to go to the beach. But now I'm like, I literally I can't stand the heat anymore. And I think I went to the beach enough as a kid living in Florida that like when I go on a vacation, it is not a beachy vacation. You know, been there, done that. Right? Anyone else feel that way? I don't know. Definitely my favorite vacations are just like international. I like to go to places that don't speak English, you know. What I do, like my thing that I do is I always learn like a handful of words, like phrases, in the native language. You know, how to greet someone in their own language, stuff like that, bathroom, food, you know, the essentials. But I always do that every time I go international. Just learn, you know, a few phrases in the native language to kind of communicate a little bit with the locals. But that's my type of vacation. Immerse myself in a different culture. I see America every day, right? I mean, accents might change, you know, the way people dress might change, you know, depending on where you're at. But I mean, it's kind of the same. You know, it's kind of typical, right? Let's see here. So, yeah. But again, this is day 17 of a 30-day challenge of me walking, wearing my weighted vest. So thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate having you guys, this community, doing this challenge with me. And now these challenges are all saved to a playlist. It's the 30-day challenge playlist. So if you're just seeing this and you want to be like, oh, you know, you want to check out one of the other challenges, because like I said, this is day 17, you can definitely go to the playlist and you can pull up any of the challenges, right? And do them at your own leisure, like whenever is good for you. So, yeah. But, yeah, so after this 30-day challenge, I've been planning another challenge. I know someone had recommended maybe like a squats and core, so like leg and core challenge. So I think I might do that. But we still have, you know, like 13 more days of this challenge, and then we'll move on to the next one. I love doing these live streams because I really feel like I get to know my community, right? I love it. Like I get to know you guys. Yeah, at least I feel like I get to know you. You know, you pop on, and I see the screen. I might only know your screen name, but I get to know you. Versus when I just post content on my channel, It's not the interaction that goes on. So I'm really, really enjoying these live streams, and the live streams are new to me. I just recently started doing them, but I'm like, wow, I actually like it so much better than just editing and uploading content. Although I will continue to do that. Hi, how are you? Can you hear me? Is my audio okay? Give me a thumbs up. So yeah, but I love doing these live streams because I really feel like I get to know the community, versus just kind of updating videos and stuff like that. So, which that's always good too. But it's not the same like the back and forth that I get to do with you guys when I'm live streaming. So, oh, okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay, Wild? Do you have an iPhone? Because I feel like I have to do that too. It's like my iPhone will start acting up and I'm like, okay, I have to restart it because it's like it'll freeze a lot. You know what I mean? It gets like wonky. So then I feel like that might be an iPhone thing. So I don't know. I have to do that periodically with my iPhone. I feel like at least once a week I have to reset my iPhone because it kind of acts weird. So, yeah. Can you hear me okay though? Is the audio coming through? Give me a thumbs up, Wild. Or throw a heart in the chat or something if you can hear me. Sometimes, I don't know if like the Bluetooth kind of disconnects. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what happens. But sometimes it can kind of lose connection. I don't know if it's maybe a streaming. Okay, good. Thank you. I don't know if it's like a live stream thing or maybe it's an iPhone thing or maybe my microphone, right, because it's Bluetooth. Sometimes it can kind of lose disconnection. So thank you. And it's like I won't know, right? Because there's no bars that are showing like that I'm talking or not. So if it loses connection, I don't know unless you guys watching let me know. And that's for anyone else who streams live. Unless they have someone that is kind of moderating on a computer, which some people do that. I don't. When I live stream, this is it. It's just me out here with you. So I really rely on you guys to let me know if my audio stops working or, something else, right? Because it can be an easy fix. All I have to do is go to the settings and kind of just hit the connect button, through Bluetooth. So, yeah. I'm in Colorado now. So I lived in Las Vegas. I'm from Florida, right? After grad school, I went to Las Vegas and did my residency at the Las Vegas VA in northern Vegas. Do you know where that's at? Are you familiar with the Las Vegas VA? It's beautiful. So I did my residency there at the Las Vegas VA. And then after that, I moved to the Bay Area in California. And I lived there for over 6 years. And now I'm in Colorado. I just moved here Memorial Day weekend, so the end of May. So yeah, a little over 2 months. Oh, okay. So yes. So you're familiar with the Las Vegas VA. Let me tell you a funny story. One time, because I was inpatient, and one time I went into my patient's room, and he was like, "So where's the spa at?" And I looked at him like, "Spa?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Someone told me that there's a spa here, and there's an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and all this, right?" And I'm like, "Oh my goodness, they had you fooled." Like someone got a rise out of him, I guess, and was like, "Oh, I mean," but from the outside, it kind of looks like it could be a resort, right? So yeah, it's not. I mean, it is a beautiful hospital, though. The Las Vegas VA is beautiful. There's a restaurant in there. There's even like this. It's like there's a lot, almost like a shopping area, has like kiosk, and people would just come there and do lunch, so I don't know. Yeah. So you get it, right? It's beautiful. It's a beautiful hospital. I could see how someone would think that it looks like a resort, but it's not. I promise you, there's no spa there, and there's no Olympic-sized swimming pool. It's just a very nice VA hospital for our veterans. So yeah. So do you live over by the VA hospital then? Probably not that far, right? And Las Vegas? Now, granted, I haven't seen it in about 7 years, but I'm sure it's still very nice, the VA hospital. So, Wild, what is your favorite thing to do in Las Vegas? Do you like go to any of the shows? I know I would go to the shows. Also, most of the time that I lived in Las Vegas, I was single. So I felt like whenever I was going out, I was like on a date, right? Which is not a bad thing. So, and that's actually where I met my husband. He lived in Las Vegas too. So, yeah. It's the type of place that you don't think that you would meet your wife or husband or whatever, your significant other, but it can happen. So, yeah, it's nice. Okay. I figured it would be. It was I loved my time at the VA hospital. See the mountains behind me? How beautiful. Vegas, you have those beautiful red mountains too. Yeah. I used to love the mountain landscape when I lived in Las Vegas. I used to love it. I don't know, there's just something about it. I do miss living in Las Vegas. It was a good time. So, I don't know. They say that it's hard to raise a family there in Las Vegas because, hold on, we got fire department. Yeah, because the school systems aren't that great. So you hear people like, oh, you gotta, send your kid to a private school, and it costs like $50,000 a year and all that. So when I lived there, I wasn't married and I didn't have my son. So I don't know what it's like raising a family in Las Vegas, but I know being like a single person living in Vegas, it was a good time. Yes. Okay, so I'm outdoorsy too. I would do the hikes, and I would only go to the Strip if, if I was going to see a show, I would go to the Strip. But also if I had, friends or anyone come to visit me, you always have to take a trip to the Strip, right? No one is going to Vegas vacationing without going to the Strip. So that would usually be the only time I would go to the Strip. So, and it would be like the same thing. I'd have my $20. I would, plan slots until that 20 was over, and then I would just sit there and enjoy, whoever it was visiting me. So, Mount Charleston, yes, I hiked that, yes, yep. You know what? I have a picture of me hiking Mount Charleston. I will post it in my community area of the channel. Are you a subscriber, Wild? Are you subscribed to the channel? If so, look there later today. I will find that picture of me hiking Mount Charleston, and I'll post it there for you. Also, wait. What about the hot springs? You can't do it in the summer. You go down, what is it? I think almost you park and then you have to hike over. the hike springs, and it takes you out to the Colorado River. Oh my goodness, I would do that like every winter, a couple times. Yeah, so you can't go there now. I think they don't let anyone do that hike after like April, maybe because of the heat. It's like April or May. But yeah, if you haven't hiked to the natural hot springs, you definitely have to do it. Okay, for sure. Have you been to the, so are you a subscriber, Wild? Because I don't know if you have to be a subscriber to look at my community section of the channel. But either way, yes. And what about the hot springs? I'll post a picture of that too. Okay? I'll post a picture of me at the hot springs. Oh my goodness. Okay, great. Okay, so later on today or tomorrow, check the community area of the channel, and I'll have some pictures of one hiking Mount Charleston and two at the hot springs. But have you hiked out to the hot springs though? Hi, Ava. Yes, yes, it's awesome. We have mystical mediumship. She's wonderful, Wild. I don't know if you've checked out her channel. There's a link in the description, but her and I are gonna collab on some content, right? I think we're gonna roast some of each other's videos. So that'll be fun. How are you? Yes, that sounded awesome when you were talking about collabing and roasting each other. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm sure I have tons of roasting material, let me tell you. Yes, I know. We have, you got my email address, right? Yeah, check it out, Wild. Yeah. Oh yeah, especially toward like the beginning of my YouTube channel. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll just like come up with a. Oh, Wild, you're a roaster as well. Okay, so Mystical, aka Ava, check out her channel if you don't know who she is. She's such a beautiful person, and she's so centered, and I love it. And she's got this voice that's so calming. So I watch her channel if I've had a stressful day and I kind of just need to kind of relax a little bit. She's got that voice. It's mystical, right? So we've connected on YouTube, and we are going to do a collaboration together where we watch each other's videos, and this will be like live or whatever, and we're going to just roast each other's videos. Oh, no way. Okay, yes. Remind me, what time is it again? So you're in the Eastern time zone, right? So Wild, you will make sure that you watch our roasting video and go ahead and join in on the roasting. You'll probably do a better job than we do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm sure I have a ton of roasting content that you could totally like, woo! Like, oh my God, I did that, I said that, I posted that. What? 3 p.m. Eastern, that's right. So it'll be 1 p.m. I'm in Mountain Time. Wild, you are in... Wait, Wild, are you in Mountain Time or is that Pacific? I forget. I haven't lived there in so long. So yeah, so 3 p.m. Eastern, I will be there. Are you gonna let us know what the giveaway is, or no? Or can we get a A clue? Can we get a clue of what you're giving away? Or is it a total surprise? Oh, you're in Pacific. Okay. Yeah, so Mystical Mediumship is going live today, and she's going to have a surprise giveaway. So if you're available, so for you, that would be 12 noon, right? If you're in Pacific. Because she's in Eastern, so she said 3 p.m. Yeah. Yes! Awesome! Sweet! I'll be there. 81 gift cards! Holy smokies! Yes! Oh my goodness! It's going to be Christmas, and well, it's not July. It's going to be Christmas in August around here. Is that a thing? I know, like, Christmas in July, right? But we can have Christmas in August. Holy cow, 81 gift cards. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait to roast. Are we going to do it like, I don't know, like, I guess do like a double camera? What did you have in mind? Yeah, so everyone check out 3 p.m. today. Mystical Mediumship is going live, and she has 81 gift cards. She is, yeah, so she's going to be throwing them like money, right? Live together. I love it. I love it. I love it. Wait, so Monday? Sweet. Yes, I love it. Wild. So it's 3 p.m. Eastern. Is that, if that's what you're wondering? So I think you're in Pacific, so I think it'd be like 12 noon. Or what do you mean? What's the 1S mean? Sweet! Yeah! I'm excited. I gotta kind of research some good roasting stuff, because I don't know if I'll naturally be good at that. Maybe, I don't know. Yes, exactly, right? Cash money. Yes. Mystical will be throwing gift cards like she's throwing dollar bills on a stage. If you know, you know. Wild, I know you know. Anyone who lives in Vegas knows. Yeah, it'll be fun to try for sure. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Yeah, exactly. Making it rain with gift cards. Wow, what a wonderful idea. Look at you, Ava. Okay, Wild. With a screen name like Wildware Channel. I don't know if anyone's going to believe that. I don't know. So, please excuse my lip. I have a puppy, and I was playing with her last night, and she kind of jumped up like that, and her little sharp baby tooth. You know, puppies have those little sharp, like, they're super sharp little teeth, and it kind of cut me right there. So, I mean, it didn't really hurt, but it kind of left a little mark. So please excuse the little puppy mark thing on my lip. Someone at work is like, what happened to your lip? I'm like, yeah, puppy love is what that's called. puppy love. Has anyone seen my puppy on my channel? Yeah. She's an English Bulldog puppy. So she's cute. Her name is Paris, which is my favorite city. But yeah, I know it's funny. The breeder I got her from is like, you're not trying to turn her into a Frenchie, are you? I'm like, no, no, no. I'm an English Bulldog mom. I'm on number 4. So, thank you, Wild. Wild, have you seen my puppy Paris on the YouTube channel? I just uploaded a short yesterday of her. It's like slow motion. It's like she's running for a treat bag. You know, anyone who knows English Bulldogs, they are not graceful, if you know what I mean. Like, she'll kind of try to go down. I'm talking 2 stairs to get out in my backyard, and she'll tumble down. I mean, it's like English Bulldogs are, especially puppies, they are just so clumsy. It's so funny. So she is, let's see, Wednesday was her birthday. I think she's 12 weeks old. I'm sorry. She no longer has puppy breath. I'm like, you know what? Puppy breath is like that new car scent, right? You get the new car and you smell the new car scent, and just one day you realize the new car scent disappeared, right? Well, that's the same thing with puppy breath. When I got her, you know, I got her from someone in Florida. He shows English Bulldogs, like her dad's a champion. So I went and picked her up from the airport, and she was, 8 weeks old. She was so cute. She had the puppy breath. And now just last week I was like smelling. I'm like, oh my God, the puppy breath is gone. Yeah, I know, right? That new car scent. One day you notice, you're like, oh my God, the new car scent is gone. So, yeah. All right, Wild, thank you for joining. Don't forget to check out Mystical Mediumship, her live in a couple hours. Get one of those gift cards. She's gonna be throwing them like dollar bills. Right? I'll be there. I will be. Okay, what's the joke? Awesome. Your car stinks now? Oh boy. Did you leave like the window down in the rain? Oh, why can't you trust atoms? Oh gosh, I've heard this one. Dang it, I don't remember. I remember someone in chemistry class had this joke. All right, Wild. Again, if you're available at 12 Pacific, join us. We'll be there going crazy. Okay, Mystical, why can't you trust atoms? Are you going to be here tomorrow? Let's see. So he started a joke. Why can't you trust atoms? And I remember in undergrad, it was either Chem 1 or Chem 2, someone said this joke. And I can't, right? It's like such a chemistry joke. Like whoever's a science type person, yeah. Ava, are you still with me? Okay, well. Why are you still with us? Hello? Alrighty. So it looks like maybe. Oh, you're okay. Why can't you trust atoms? Did you hear what I said, Ava? It's like For the life of me, I can't remember what it was, but I remember hearing, why can't you trust atoms? So go ahead and tell us why we can't trust an atom, because I forget what the answer is. Exactly. Yeah. Whoever's a science person, like this is, yeah, definitely a science person joke. Me too. Yes. Yes. I am more of like science and math. I like there to be formulas. I like everything to be, that's how my mind works, right? So I think that's why I like science. I also enjoy math. It's like, in math there's like a formula, right? You put this formula together and there's always an answer, right? Like it is what. So, why can't you trust an atom? I'm curious. Maybe I froze. Did I freeze, guys? Seriously? Oh no, it's not coming through. I wonder. It happened to someone earlier this week. They were trying to tell a joke, and it kept getting censored by YouTube. So I wonder if that's what's going on. I bet that's what it is. Maybe there's a word or something in there that's kind of, making YouTube like censor it. Maybe try to separate a word, if you know what I mean. Woohoo! How we're talking on Tuesday about how YouTube, when you do lives, it'll go out and then you have to reconnect. I swear that's been happening to me every single live stream. And that guy was like, no, 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 it's maybe you got a text message. I'm like, no, no, no. My phone is definitely on Do Not Disturb. And it still happens. Dang on it. Okay. Well, I don't know why it's doing that, Ava. I'm so sorry. I have a bad connection. Wow, it's showing I have 4 bars and 5G plus, which is like the best of the best. So do I have a bad connection right now? Oh, wow. Okay. All right, Ava, I'm going to let you go, okay? I will be on for yours, okay? It's all blurry. That is so strange. Okay, hon. I will see you later. Bye.